This is The Sport, an open and honest conversation about life and love and everything in between. So our conversation for today is about heartbreaks. And the worst day about loving someone is the day you actually lose them. That's why we're having this conversation. So welcome, and also remember to keep it interactive on all our social media platforms, on Facebook and Instagram at STL Yamumo, and on Twitter at Miss Yamumo, na pale YouTube. Yeah, check out STL Yamumo and ensure that you get to subscribe and share some good vibes, yeah? Let's start with the gentleman. Mambo vipi?
Poa sana.
Looks like I caught you off guard.
You think?
We're going to expect nianze with the lady.
Yeah, like, you know.
Ladies first.
Ladies first?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the lady. The lady
Hallelujah.
in pink.
Hot pink.
But do you say hot? Very, very, very hot pink. So tell us your name and what makes you a unique lover?
Majority of people know me by the name D, and what makes me a unique lover? I think if I love with my whole heart. I dedicate my everything, my whole heart. I can do anything for love, for someone I love. That is, yeah.
Okay, you love with your whole soul, mind, heart. Kila
I can
kitu.
say even body or
Body, unaipatia to 100%. And the gentleman.
Swali ni moto.
Fire.
your what and your name?
And your name, of course.
Okay. So my name is Enigma. I am a performing artist. What makes me a unique lover? Wow. Okay. I'd say I look at love with an eye of, like, I'm very pragmatic when I look at it, in the sense that I realize that relationships are work. They are a lot of work, and I feel like a lot of people look at them with the eye of I deserve happiness, but they remove themselves from the responsibility of building said happiness. And so I feel like when I come onto the table, I understand my role in a relationship on that regard, in a way that I imagine from interacting with many people that they don't.
Wow, you've been very poetic of some sort, explaining, I don't know if you explained about relationships, about love, but what makes you a unique lover? Yeah, I think we didn't get that. Hatuja get, by the way. Ama ume explain, ume quote.
Nitasema, what makes me a unique lover? I am not naive. Love does not make me naive.
You're very aware, very present.
The entire time I'm there. Like, it's not daisies and prairies all the time. I am in touch with the realities. It's not to say I'm dull, it's just to say I am aware and I'm not naive.
Interesting, because sometimes I think mtu akiwa in love, unaona vitu haziko right and you try to cover them up. Unasema maybe mse hatachukua simu, and then you'll be like, maybe ako busy. We tend to be naive when we're in love. So D and Enigma, umekuwa heartbroken how many times?
I can say twice.
Okay.
Is it twice or thrice?
Twice.
I think 5.
Wow.
5 times.
Yeah. 5. But you evolve, you grow. The most recent one wasn't as it was more serious than probably the other ones, because also loving somebody as a young man is a learning curve, I think, for myself at least. And so I can say ya mwisho ilichoma.
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 Okay. So D yako the one wanasemanga the first cut is the deepest. Yako ya first ndio ilikuwa the deepest.
My first was the deepest and most painful, and I think at some point in my life it still hurts.
Okay.
Yeah, it kinda still hurts because it was my first love.
My first time to get a heartbreak, I think nilikuwa na feel like the world is ending. I felt like nothing had meaning. Like I didn't feel like eating, I didn't feel like sleeping, I didn't feel like going to work. Nilikuwa tu, I was just existing. But what's your story?
My first heartbreak, which was from my first lover. It was when I was in campus. You know, easy love stories zenye umetoka nazo high school, hizi za kuandikiana barua, you exchange contacts, which at times you'd never communicate after the exchange. I don't call that love because we were still young. Then I go to campus and I meet this good guy, good height, good skin color.
Preach.
He was so good.
Yeah.
And he was of the same year as me. So, you know, before you get to campus, kuna kwanga na hizi story that campus men will heartbreak you. They'll do these sort of things. They'll do this, they'll do that. So I didn't date a fourth year or a third year. I dated a first year like me. It was good at first.
Okay.
We would do almost everything together, and though we never stayed together, but we did most of the things together. I would spend nights at his house, and for so long I didn't realize that he had some other girls because he was just a first year like me. Then there was this time that I used to have his phone. Okay, when I go to campus, I didn't have a smartphone. Nilikuwa na
Touch series.
Mulika
mwizi. And he had the smartphone. So I would at times use his phone to do my research or such. And there was this time when I was using his phone, there's a certain message that just popped up on the screen, and by chance nikaisoma. And I still remember the name of the lady. So I got so interested. I didn't ask him immediately that huyu ni nani, because I never even imagined he could cheat. So I got interested, and I think that's what pushed me into getting a smartphone. I wanted kufuatilia huyu msichana ni nani. So I got a smartphone, and I even lied back at home that in campus it's like a rule. You're supposed to have a smartphone so that you do your assignments, so that there's Wi-Fi. It's not like you're going to buy bundles. So yeah, my parents got me the smartphone, and I started trying to follow up huyu msichana ni nani. And I don't know if it's good luck or bad luck, I got to know the Facebook name of this lady. And nilikuwa namfuata. I used to follow amepost nini, huyu kijana has he commented, has he liked. And I think the more you follow up on such, it even inaku hurt even more.
Yeah. So
it got to a point I didn't trust him like before. I would check his phone. I tried checking the messages, but hakukuwa na anything that there wasn't proof that he's cheating. And he was still that good guy. He used to cook for me.
Wow.
And I think that's what drove me into. I did things that I had never done for any other man. He was the first guy I ever washed his clothes.
Wow.
I would clean his house during weekends. I would do everything for him. And there was a time he was campaigning, hizi siasa za campus. I took my good time because he's focusing so much on the politics, the campaigning. Hana time for doing the assignments. I would take my time, do my assignment as well as his.
My goodness.
And if I don't get the time, I would just do mine. then I just changed the cover page. Niko na jina, but assignment unajua is the same, which is very risky. Ukipata lecturer mwenye ako keen atajua these two wamekopiana, but I used to risk namfanyia assignment ama na copy yangu namfanyia. I used to buy, in campus our politicians, they either buy for the students so that they vote for them, they can buy for them pombe or maybe food. So I used to even Mimi, I buy for my friends lunch. I tell them, today let me buy you lunch so that ikifika time ya elections you go and vote for so and so. So that's the extent I went to.
Did you ever confront him?
You cannot really confront kama hauna I can say the evidence. But I just got the message your time I had his phone. I didn't confront him because I can say I was naive. I was covering up for him. Nilikuwa nasema maybe this is just a wrong number. Hajaifanya hivyo, and he looks like someone who cannot do that. And what even made me kumpenda zaidi, the first day I accepted his proposal kumdate, do you know where we went to?
Where did you go to?
Church. We went to church. And it was not a church day. You're just going to church like to pray over your relationship.
Wow.
So nikaona, this one is serious.
This one is sent from heaven to earth. Wow. Do you remember when that pop-up message will come? Do you remember ilikuwa nasema nini?
I can't remember the exact words, but the lady was asking mbona hajamjibu. And the first, what made me could think that they are lovers, alitumia a pet name before apeane, why have you not replied to my messages. Alitumia a pet name.
We'll be coming right back to you, but enigma.
Yes.
So I think it's different. A lot of women, I think, maybe we love differently. But for you, unasema, the more you grew older, the more each breakup ilikuwa get more difficult.
Yeah.
So what happened in the most difficult one, the one that hurt the most?
Oh God, wow, what happened? Okay. It was a relationship that had started while I was in my third year of campus, and it ended literally on the last day of campus.
Ulikuwa in campus for how many years?
4 years.
So you dated for like 2 years?
Actually, I only dated in third year. Yeah. Like throughout that other period, I wasn't committed to anyone or doing anything with anyone. But then that particular relationship stung because I started performing during my time in campus. So second year thereabout. And I used to perform alongside a guy who shall not be named.
Shall remain unnamed.
Yeah. And this guy, I'm sure if you know those guys in campus who wanajulikana, ule ni mtu wa madem. Like if you find your girlfriend with that guy, you're like, huyo ameenda.
Umejua tu ati nani alionekana na manziwa nani trouble, premium tears.
Naanza kulia mapema. And so as a guy who performed with this guy, I knew his reputation preceded him. What I didn't get was what my girlfriend at the time ultimately was doing with him, chatting, talking, because I'd see okay, this is my colleague, I know him, but what business do you two have, but then she was like, see, I meet people I meet people every day. I was like, okay, no issue, it's fine, don't read too much into it. Fast forward to the last day of campus when I was defending my project. So we were supposed to meet up and hang out with my girlfriend at the time that evening. But then I had to finish up with my project work. So at around 9 p.m., she texts me and tells me she has changed her mind. She's going to watch a movie at her friend's place.
Wow.
I'm like, okay,
we
cool.
had plans, but okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm like, which one of your friends? Because I had she doesn't hang around with. She's not a many friends person. So the friends she can't go to their place too are like I can count them on one hand, and they are all chicks.
Okay.
So I was like, which one? And then she's like, it's someone you don't know. I'm like, someone I don't know? Okay. I was like, again, it's never that serious. So I finished up with my project work. Actually, it took me all the way till 2 a.m. And I went to sleep, and then I came to see her in the morning. She wasn't at her place. So I went and defended my project, and then I was given a clean bill. I was told, good. So I went back to meet up with her. By that time, she had already come back. So I asked her, what's up? Are you okay? How was your friend?
Very innocently.
Yeah, I genuinely just wanted to know.
Yeah.
But then after that discussion, which by the way, looking back, it was awkward for her at least, because she was indifferent about it. She didn't want to talk about it and stuff like that. But then I came back, interestingly, to my place, and I met up with this colleague who shall not be named, and he starts telling me I was supposed to give him something that another person had given me to pass over to him.
Okay.
So in the process of small talk, as I look for where I put it, I think it was an iPad or something. As I look for where I put it, he's like, guy talk now. You guy, this chick came to my place at 9 p.m. You don't call me at 9 p.m. telling me you want us to watch a movie and you know me, and then you come to my place and then we are naked, all of us, and then you just put your clothes and leave. It's like, what did you come here to do then? Like, don't you know what you're signing up for? By the time we've unclothed each other, exactly, why is it a no at that point? So apparently she
gave in.
Yeah, so the entire time it never hits my mind who we are talking about.
My goodness.
Yeah, like for real.
You can't make this stuff up.
So I asked him, what do you mean, man? You didn't talk to her in advance, like there was no consent. Why will she just up and leave after you've done everything before actual sex? And he's like, I don't even know what's up with this chick. And I'm like, what's this chick's name? Like, I really need to know her. It's like, just tell me her name. It's like, then he said the name of the chick.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, what course does she do? Because I was like, probably there are many chicks who have the same name. Then he tells me her course, and then I'm like, wait, the one who is like this, who stays, yeah, that one. I'm like,
wait.
Okay. So she just left. It's like, yeah, man, I don't know what's up.
So all this time, your colleague didn't know you were dating this chick?
That's the thing. Because of the nature, because of the colleague, he's not somebody I let meet my girlfriend.
Oh.
But for some reason they met. I think it's because when I went performing at a certain gig, my girlfriend of course came. She's my girlfriend, I'm performing.
Yeah.
So, and the colleague was also performing as well. So probably eyes crossed and matches were made.
You know, I like what you do.
Yeah.
Can we talk after this? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and so I went silent. I just couldn't process. I couldn't process. But then I asked, like a day later. So I went and I told her, on this day when you cancelled and went to a friend to watch a movie, which friend did you go to? She's like, you don't know them. I'm like, I know. I want to know them. Which friend did you go to? Then she's like, you wouldn't even know her even if you met her. I'm like, are you sure it's a her? And she's like, yeah, I'm sure it's a her. I'm the one who was there. I'm like, no, don't proceed with that lie because I already know the truth. So do you want to try this again? So which friend were you at? And it has to be a man because I know it's a man. So be open with the details. So which friend did you go to? And then she was like, she didn't tell me who the friend was. She just told me we didn't even do anything. I'm like, okay. So you cancelled on me
to go see a man,
go see another guy, and you think because nothing happened according to you that it's fine.
Like it justifies everything.
Yeah. And like, for me, the reason why I honestly just stepped back, and quite frankly, my stepping back killed the relationship, was because that act alone isn't something that I couldn't look over it and learn to forgive. It's how she approached it that I had an issue with, because she was like, why are you angry and nothing happened? Like, if nothing happened, then is it cheating? I was like, yeah, but you'll be asked a question 1,000 times. You won't say no 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So if it didn't happen yesterday, at some point it will happen. The attitude you're showing me now just tells me that it's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's when. And so I was like, no.
You're done.
I'm done.
Okay, back to D. So for you, it was a series of, when you were doing the more of the follow-up, did you get anything incriminating?
Yes. Especially through the Facebook, I realized that it's like they had been in touch for so long, because the posts that he was commenting on were from way back, and the kind of comments he was giving, they had pet names, the way he was commenting on them, I didn't like. So I would ask, after I can say done enough research, I would ask, like, who is so and so, and he would say, no, just a friend. We used to date, but he used to say we used to date back then, but we broke up. And I used to try and put up with that lie, though not fully, not like 100% contented with what he was saying. So one day after we came from a long holiday, and I got, the first place I got to was his house, and he was in sort of a hurry to leave. So I was asking him, like, I've just gotten back from home, and you're not even happy that I'm back. You're just in a hurry to leave. Where are you going to? And he told me, we're going to a party. And I told him, oh yeah, a party, let's go together, because I'm your girlfriend, and we can go together. And he's like, no, we can't go together because it's a male thing, it's a male party.
Okay.
So I asked him, okay, it's a male party, what is the party about? And he tells me he calls a certain name that I knew about. The guy was vying for some treasury or whatever in campus, but he failed. So he told me so and so is hosting a party, and I asked him why, because so and so he failed, he didn't get the position. Why is he celebrating? What is he celebrating over?
Yeah.
And he tells me we are just it's like a thank you party for campaigning and standing with him.
Yeah.
I wasn't okay with it, but I told him, okay, well, you can go, but I'll sleep in your place. And he tells me, no, you'll get bored. There's no one here to be with you. I'm leaving. Nothing will. Just go to your house. We'll see each other tomorrow. And I'm saying, why should I go? Okay, I don't have a TV in my house. You have one in your house, so I'll just be here and watch television. And he tries. Okay, he agrees, but not
like 50-50.
Yeah. So he steps out to
go to the party now.
No, he just steps out, I don't know to where. And at that moment, coincidentally, the phone rings.
He left the phone.
He was just maybe going to the shop. I don't know where he was going to, but he left the house for just a few minutes, and the phone rings. And the name that
popped up
was the lady that she said we used to date but left each other. So I didn't receive. I don't know why I didn't, but I just didn't receive. So when he came back after a few minutes, I tell him so and so called, and he said, oh, that one is just a bother. Why is she even calling? I let him go. And he had said that he let me sleep in his house. But the moment we leave, he locks the door. Like, I'm now seeing him off. He locks the door. And then he goes with the key. So when on my way back, I realized, I don't have the key. So I call him, and he says, I just forgot, and I've already boarded a matatu. And the distance from his house to the place he was going to get a matatu is really far. I highly doubt if he had boarded a matatu. But he says, I've already boarded a matatu, so just go to your house and sleep. We'll see each other tomorrow. So I just go to my house, and there's that feeling.
Intuition.
There's something that is not right somewhere. And I remember I didn't have a good night's sleep. And when I woke up, the first place I went to was his house. And I knocked severally. He wasn't responding. But from outside, I could hear the music playing. So I was very, very sure he was inside. And even the shoes he had worn the previous day were at the door. So I kept knocking. He's not responding. So there was a window next to the door, and it was just pushed. You could see that it's just pushed. It wasn't locked. So I opened the window, and
voila,
drawed
and the curtains.
And it was a single room, and he was there, naked, on top of the lady.
This is so bad because alikuwa nasikia mlango ikibishwa, someone knocking. I mean, the first instinct is to put on your clothes, I think.
I think what he was thinking of was this person will just knock, get tired, and leave. I think he didn't expect it would be me.
Yeah.
Because it was I can say it was a bit early in the morning.
Wow, this is the moment you grab yourself some cold drink, some water, some juice, some soda, because the spot is smoking hot. Real life stories right here. And so at that point, like looking back, ulikuwa na all these telltale signs, but what kept you still going in the relationship?
I can say because he was my first, I was trying to cover up for him, and I would say, no, he cannot do this. And because I had told you, the first thing we did in our relationship was going to church. So I thought, no, this man cannot. And I used to tell myself, no, it cannot happen. No, it cannot happen.
You are in denial, yani kabisa.